Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Life in Racers Lane podcast. As you guys can tell, we are not in the studio, and this is not the normal face that you guys see. This is Mr. Jacob Gettins, Formula Drift. Was it announcing? Like, what is your title?
Technical announcer.
Technical announcer. Got it. So this is episode 14. Thank you guys for tuning in. So we are here at Formula Drift Atlanta for round 2 of the Pro Championship and round 1 of the Pro Spec Championship. So this is going to be a bit of a podcast teaching UNOH students and just college students in general what Formula Drift is, why should they care about it. So the first question I have for you is, what is Formula Drift? If you could sum, I know it's hard.
Yeah.
If you can sum that down in a couple of sentences, what would you say?
It is the premier sanctioning body for drifting in North America. So it is the NASCAR of drifting. It is the F1 of drifting. It is, yeah.
Yeah. So what is it exactly that you do, other than being the technical announcer?
Yeah. So obviously being the technical announcer, but I also host their podcast. So I do what you do on the other side of things. It's called The Outer Zone.
How does it feel to be on the other end?
I like it. I like it a lot more because I have less work to do. Yeah. It's like way less work to do. And it's more volleying back and forth. Whereas like when you're hosting, you're responsible for like the pace and the cadence of it and like making sure the guest is engaged. And like, there's a lot of work. But here I just sit back and answer questions.
Because I feel like it's one thing that specifically Atlanta is just the vibes. It's like, it's not hard to have fun.
No, it's definitely of all the tracks we go to, it's probably the most vibey because you've got like over here, you've got like Team Rowdy, which is like an old, I shouldn't say old. Well, they are old. No, they're all old now. It's like an OG group of drifters that have been hanging out for 20 plus years that come out. And then you get like camping over there and all this. And then you get all the drivers right below us. Like, when it comes to a place that has like everything, when it comes to like a racing event, this kind of ticks all the boxes.
Well, I feel like when you're at Road Atlanta, that's like, there's so much racing that happens here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember what, like, do you know what the other series are that races here? I'm not entirely sure.
There's a lot. Like IMSA does stuff here.
Okay.
I mean, GT, I believe, does stuff here. A couple of like bike series does stuff. Obviously Grid Life.
Gotcha.
And all their series. So yeah, there's a lot.
And I've heard a lot of people just say, I saw people like, I'm going to hop on an episode with, Jacob Gettins. They're like, huh? And they're like, the beanie guy. I'm like, and they're like, oh, okay. And they get it. So you have your own personal brand, right? Like you have you sell your own stuff, you do your own cool things. And I wanted to just give you a second to plug that, because I personally love the stuff that you do.
Man.
I have, hold on, you know what? Time out. I'm going to grab
oh, sick.
my thing with me.
Yes. The unofficial FD.
So tell the viewers what this is right here.
So that's an activity book. Basically, we made it for people that are either really, really hardcore into drifting to give them a spot to be able to track all of the races and like fill in their own notes and things like that. But it's also formatted in a way that if you are new to drifting, you can follow along and kind of feel like you're a part of it. So it's taken from basically baseball when you've got the card and you fill out like the different innings and all the batters and stuff.
Yeah.
A friend of mine works for my cousin works for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, wow.
And he told me just how many people fill out those cards. Like you can get all the info for free, but people feel more interactive. And like the people that fill in those cards are the people that buy the most stuff. They're the people who are like season ticket holders. So it's like your 1% audience that do that.
And I feel like specifically with drifting, it's so hard to kind of follow and understand if you're new.
Yeah.
So I think having a book like that, it definitely helps someone understand it, easier.
Yeah. You just follow along. So then you're more invested in the sport, right?
Yeah. And I think because obviously, as you know, this sport is driven by those people who care way more than they probably should.
Yeah.
And I think like in understanding why everyone goes crazy when this driver gets this close, or understanding why it's crazy when Vaughn goes freaking 4 tires off as Dean's chasing him. And so understanding why that's so crazy in this sport is kind of understand when you're new. So if what would you say, like, try to describe like what a chase car does, what a lead car does, just to get a general gist of like, what is FD?
Yeah. So when people ask me like what drifting is, I basically say it's 2 cars going around the track. The car in front is trying to get their car and fill all the boxes on track. Well, the car behind them is trying to get as close to that car as possible without hitting it. And then they switch. So like, that's more or less how I explain it. It's incredibly nuanced when it comes to racing, probably more nuanced than a lot of other racing.
Well, 'cause it's not, there's no checkered flag.
Yeah. And it's not even technically racing. So that's the hard part.
Yeah. And it's also like, I can't think of another motorsport where speed isn't like the main concern. Like, I mean, being the fastest one to get across the track, that gives you an advantage. It gaps you from the chase car. But I think,
bracket racing would be one, but it's because bracket racing is just, you need to get from point A to point B as close to a set time as possible. Right. So it's a form of drag racing. So bracket racing is kind of like that. What I think is interesting about drifting is there's only one other sport, quote unquote, that I can think of where you have to work with your competitor in order to beat him.
Yeah.
So the only other sport is called capoeira, which is a form of dance fighting, where you actually have to like dance with that person, but you're trying to like show off in front of them, but they're not actively blocking your attacks. They have to try and dodge it. So you're like dancing back and forth. So
that's interesting.
Drifting's very close to capoeira. Yeah.
Just from that one description, I feel like I would want to watch that now.
Yeah. It's actually really cool.
Yeah. So a lot of things that I get a lot from UNOH is, how do I get involved? How do I do more other than like, internships and things like that? And if you want to take a quick flashback. So when I first met you, all I did was I was at St. Louis. I sent you a DM. Yep. And do you remember what we talked about? Because
I don't remember that. I remember obviously like you and I hanging out and you actually getting on air after that. So like coming full circle on it. But
yeah, it was, so I reached out and I wanted to get involved with Formula Drift more than anything.
Right.
And I sent you a text like, hey, are you here? And then you responded like, oh my God, he just responded to my DM. Like, yo, this is crazy. But then we met up and I was like, what can I do to possibly get involved? Yeah. So, and then you said, hey, I would recommend doing this. And I guess I did something right.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the logo on. So it works.
Well, and I have I'm hiding it right now, but I have.
Oh, you got your card? Sick.
I got the card.
Nice.
Full season.
Sick, dude.
But yeah, so to a college student listening to this, whether it's drifting or not, what would you recommend to a college student to get involved in anything that they're interested in?
I mean, obviously, if you're interested in it, it helps a ton. Yeah. Because being a fan is kind of that first step. It's really difficult to get into something if you don't like what it is. I tell people like find local racing series nearby that do, like, if you're into drag racing, go to the local drag strip and find somebody who's trying to become pro and like be a part of their team, support them, because if they grow, you're going to grow with them. Hopefully, obviously, if everything goes well. That's one of the biggest ones. The other one is like, just reach out and ask questions. Cause like just sending a series a DM or sending a driver or a team or stuff like that. Like you never know. Yeah. Right. You sent me a DM. I answered. Well, crazy things can happen.
That's literally the only reason I'm here is where I'm at is because I sent you a DM. I sent, some other guy that used to work for UNOH. He was the Driven Experience guy with all the other students. Sent him an email. Then I sent Braden Altrup an email. And literally all it came from was just sending a couple of emails.
You have to try. And like, I think the biggest thing is finding the balance between like not being really buggy about it, but also being persistent. Yeah. Cause like, it's a hard balance to come up with. Like, don't hard. DM somebody every day, but if you touch base once a week, that's really not that big of a deal. Now, if it's been 3 months and you've sent 12 messages and they haven't got back to you,
they probably don't like you.
Or I mean, honestly, like I run into an issue now where I get stuff sent to not just like DM requests, but there's like a hidden folder in Instagram. Oh, yeah. And I always forget to check it. And then I'll like open it up and someone will have sent me something, but maybe they swore in it. So it goes under hidden requests. And then I'm like, sorry, dude. Like I was at that event. I could have come say hi, but because you said, holy hell.
Sure.
It gets put into a different folder and I never get to see it.
That's weird. I didn't know that happened. Like, so like they censor like certain things.
Yeah. Or if you're like spammy on Instagram, you might immediately get put into that, right? If they think you're a bot account or if you're like harassing people. Yeah. So yeah. Also, like if you're trying to get a job, check your social media. Most people don't. Yeah. Just put that out there. College photos, things like that.
Is that something FD looks for?
That's any employer. Like, yeah, no. Like for me, I run my own marketing agency outside of FD stuff. And it's one of the first things that I do before I hire somebody, before I even interview them. Like someone sends me their resume, I do like a 5-minute Google search. And if I find anything that's like concerning, like there's no point in me responding to that email.
Do you want to get a special guest on? Step right up.
There you go. Can we go together? We can go together.
You can go together.
Tag team this.
Good to meet you, by the way. My name is Braden.
Michael.
Good to meet you, Michael. I watched your guys' podcast together. It's
And
the
the chemistry was like,
Yeah, it's good chemistry. We
Good
hang out a
chemistry.
lot.
yeah, we do.
I see you as much as I see my wife now.
So this is the podcast at UNOH. Are you familiar with that college?
It's a technical
Is that
college.
flag, is that flag
okay.
right there? That,
Yeah,
red, that
okay.
black flag?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I'm from there. We have a podcast there. So the audience is college students. It's a motorsports kind of school. So there's drifting there, racing
Awesome.
there.
Yeah.
All sorts of different
Drag racing, circuit racing.
racing.
My kind of people.
Yes.
Everything's there. So can you explain what you do for Formula Drift, just so they have a general gist?
Yeah, so I am, I guess, the telemetry guy, the head of telemetry.
Yeah.
I provide a service where, we log all the data that's on the cars on the track, and we integrate that into the competition a number of ways. So we do live graphics for the broadcasts. We do visual and analytical analysis of all the data for the judges and for the drivers. And what else do we do? Bunch of things.
Yeah.
Bunch of things.
So the track that we survey goes into the official, it goes into the official judging criteria, but it also goes into, we build a set of course maps that the judges use and drive before they come to the event to set the actual event up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So we integrated a bunch of ways. So the data is actually helping the competition in, a bunch of ways, helps set up the track, helps the drivers, helps the judges, and it helps the broadcast. So many tiers of integration at this event. And it's all derived from capturing the data.
Yeah. So do you have like a passion for, is it specifically telemetry, or you have a passion for drifting?
So great question. I'm a old school drift guy. I've been drifting since I was 20.
Okay.
In my early 40s now. But I'm a computer science graduate. So I went to university in Australia, studied computer science for 5 years. So this is sort of the combination of both my passions, drifting and computer science and, IT related stuff. Yeah. So I imagine, my personal journey is that being able to work in an industry and a passion that I love does that. So I think if you don't have that, the grind is a little bit harder to bear. So
Yes. Got to be a fan first.
you got to be a fan first. And it's that passion that gets you that little bit extra that you need to do to be, I guess, successful.
I feel like I'm still just a fan. You know what I mean? Like I can have the hard card, I can have the shirt, but I feel like I'm just a 13-year-old kid again watching cars.
Yeah, but you don't have to lose that. I don't lose that.
Oh, I'm not.
No,
I don't want to.
I'm sure there's times where you lose it, but at the end of the day, you'll still like wrap up the event and be like, damn, we were playing with race cars all weekend.
Yeah.
So
there's days you're like, hey, no, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do it. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, that's a drift car. I like drifting again.
Yeah,
and
I like drifting.
Yeah. Like I admittedly, I try to get out of drifting a bunch of times. Like I crashed the car and sold it. I'm like, stuff this, I'm not coming back. Or, silly nights and you slip and you crack your finger on your chassis as you break a bolt. And you're like, you know what? I'm burning this car down. I'm never coming back. And then the next day it's like, hey, drifting again.
yeah,
And you're on
fun.
and you're on Facebook Marketplace looking for the next car.
Yeah,
or you're
of course.
Yeah, your Facebook thing pops up and it's one of your favorite drivers doing something else. You're like, all right, I guess I like drifting again.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
It'll get you.
yeah, it's a sickness.
Yeah.
It's a sickness, really. So,
All right. Are we taking up too much of your time? I don't want to.
no, I'm good. If you guys need a, like,
Yeah, get out of here.
I didn't want,
I just didn't want to make sure I was
kidding.
blocking your time.
You just walked right into it. It's fine. Sorry.
Thank you.
Very impromptu. No, it was great.
Yeah. So now we'll go into a little bit now about UNOH specifically. So do you know anything about UNOH? Do
Yeah, I
you
have
know
a friend of mine in UNOH outside of you.
Who?
His last name's Fairhall, Jake Fairhall.
I don't think I've met him.
He works on an ARCA team right now. So he actually was down in Daytona, and he got me tickets to go see the ARCA race in Daytona.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
do you see a lot of UNOH students like working on the cars in the
I did
pits?
there at that event for sure. And I've seen obviously like here in the FD pits and things like that. I've seen quite a bit.
So what do you have to say about the students that you have seen working?
I mean, you just need to get as much experience as you can.
Yep.
So listen, if it's your first time, I think the biggest thing that I've seen difference with UNOH students over just like general people jumping on a team is like, you guys seem to be a little bit more humble and ready to listen. Because I think because you went to school and were humbled very quickly, where you're like, I work on cars. I've been working on my dad's car and all this stuff. And then you go to school and they're like, all right, these are race cars.
Yeah.
It's completely different. The things you were doing back at home to plug a radiator is not what you need to be learning here.
Yep.
So that was one of the biggest things I noticed is like, they're a lot more humble. There's a lot more listening of like, no, I don't know. I'm here to learn. I'm not here to tell. So that was kind of my biggest impression right off of that.
Yeah. And I remember one of the past episodes that we filmed with one of our instructors, he was saying like, you can say how much you want about, how much you know about cars, but like, if you're not serious and you mess something up, then that driver's going 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Your mistake could cost his life. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously not the case for drifting for the most part.
Knock on wood, we've been pretty good.
We've been solid. Has there been anything worse than James Dean's Irwindale practice lap?
Yeah. I mean, in FD, that's probably up there as one of the worst crashes. Ryan Turk in Long Beach, Vaughn Gittin in Texas.
Yep.
Those are the big ones that come to mind for me where you're like, ooh, this isn't good. There's been a couple of bigger wrecks in general, in drifting, but in FD, those are probably the biggest ones. But the safety is so good that like they all walked away.
Well, and I think like the biggest thing is like, I mean, cause their car speed's 40, 50, but their wheel speed's like, God knows what it is.
Yeah. It depends. Like you got to remember drifting, we're very close to things. Like what hurts you in a crash is a high rate of closing distance.
Right.
Right. So if you're in a normal race car and you head up and you miss this corner and you hit that wall, you're head on into it. In drifting, you're probably catching the rear end of the car and you're only this far away anyways.
And like most of the time, when you're about to crash. Yeah. So you can maybe like twist your back end into it, or you can,
if you're road racing, like you don't know you're crashing until it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said all the time that you have the specific drifting clip. A good one, not a crash one.
Yeah.
That you show people when they're drifting. At first, you said it was Dean and Castro.
Yeah.
But now you said it's
Brandon Sorensen and Connor Shanahan in Orlando. Yeah. It's always been Orlando. But yeah, that's the one I show people now. Yeah. Because it's ridiculous.
I have one as well, but it's actually from Drift Masters.
Okay.
It's James Dean and it was a hard name to pronounce.
Which year? What else do you remember?
I honestly, now
I may be able to pull it.
I bet you could. Hold on, because
hard name to pronounce.
It was a hard name to pronounce, but it was also like it seemed like it was an old layout. I know. I have it right here. This one.
He's got it saved. I love it.
Oh yeah, I do. Dean Brokowski.
Oh, okay. Brokowski. Yeah, dude, it's nuts. That is the second Drift Masters in Poland layout. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I show people.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's nuts.
So that's the one that I personally show. But that one with Brandon and Connor is great because obviously they're door to door the entire
whole time. Yeah. That's going to have more transitions in it.
Yeah. And, and that's what I like about it is because literally every transition they're boom.
Yeah.
Boom,
they're back into it.
There.
Much lower speed track, but it's all good.
Yeah. No, I like it a lot. So anyway, about, going back into UNOH students. So what should they know about Formula Drift? Because as I said, there's a lot of confusion about what drifting is, and how it all works. But let's say there's a UNOH student watching this who's interested in getting into drifting or Formula Drift specifically. Well, what should they know?
If you like burnouts, if you like the hard launches of drag racing, if you like the craziness of rally, if you like the precision of road racing, drifting is pretty much all of those sports put into one.
Okay.
It is, I would consider it, other than maybe like high levels of rally, it's probably the most abusive thing you can do to a car.
Yeah. For how many parts, what is the most common part that gets broken in FD and how many times is it replaced per round?
Tires for sure, because you only get about 60, maybe 70 seconds out of a set of tires.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 2 laps. That one's easy. You're going to do a lot of axles. You're going to do a lot of lower control arms, depending on the car, a lot of tie rod ends. That's going to be a lot of it. And you're probably going to do 1 to 2 engines a year. And then you're going to do clutches pretty much every round.
That's abusive.
Yeah. So like in a pretty normal FD round, you're going to change 40 pairs of tires. Yep. You're probably going to do at least 1 set of axles. You're going to do 1 clutch. You're definitely going to do rear end gearing changes, probably 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And you're going to fuel every single run. So there's a lot of work to do.
There is a lot of work to do. So yeah, I won't take up too much of your time. Is there anything else that you would have to say to a UNOH student or to someone interested in FD?
Yeah.
I feel like I've asked that question so many times.
It's all good.
But I feel like you can't summarize like what drifting is and how cool it makes us feel personally.
Yeah, it's tough. And like, unfortunately, there's no words that I'm going to say that's ever going to give you the same feeling you get when you actually go out and either do it or see it.
Yeah.
But I'd say like my biggest piece of advice is one that a motor journalist named Matt Farah gave to me years ago from this. I don't know if you know him from the Smoking Tire. He's not as popular now as he used to be, but anyways, he once said that hard work is like buying lottery tickets. Some people buy one lottery ticket and they hit the lottery on the first day. And some people buy lottery tickets every day of their life and they never hit the lottery.
Cool.
But if you don't buy lottery tickets, if you don't do a lot of hard work, there's no chance of you ever winning the lottery. So it's just something that stuck with me. For me to get to this position took me, well, I mean, standing here today, from the time I got into cars to now has been 15 years.
No way.
So yeah, and it took 12 years before I ever really got anywhere. So to give you an idea, and like, there are people that...
It's a lot of lottery tickets.
It's a lot of lottery tickets. It's a lot. You know, I gave up birthdays and holidays and every weekend and summer shit, but it's still worth it. But dude, I would do it all again. I'd do it all again twice just to get back here.
Would you do anything different?
No.
Was there any like colossal mistake you really wish you could have made
so the biggest thing I would do different with the whole thing is admitting when I'm the problem.
Okay.
Like taking a very hard look at what I'm doing in my career and realizing that it's not everyone else's fault, it's my own.
Okay.
And the sooner you come to that conclusion that people aren't out to get you, people aren't trying to push you down, you know, all this stuff, the more you realize that your effort, your work ethic, your attitude is what gets you where you need to be.
Yep.
And if it's not working, it's because you're doing something wrong. The sooner you can come to that conclusion, the faster this whole thing will go. So yeah, it sucks. It hurts. Nobody likes looking at themselves going like, I'm screwing up. But the sooner you can do that and then realize what it is that you're screwing up, the faster this whole thing will go. So it took me
that's great.
It took me like 8 years to figure that out.
Dude,
I was like, oh, no one likes my videos. The algorithm sucks, all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting in enough effort. I'm not doing my own homework.
Wow.
I'm not doing those things. You know, the algorithm, literally just replace the word algorithm with viewers. So like, that's a whole other YouTube conversation. But yeah, you know, but yeah, just don't get in your own way. Just realize when you're screwing up. That's it.
And hold accountability to yourself.
Hold yourself accountable and fix the problem. That's it.
Yeah.
Sounds simple. It's not, but sounds simple.
All right. Gonna take a quick cut. I'm gonna go interview a bunch of the UNOH students currently working on drivers. And do you have any specific drivers in mind that you think I should go interview? Because I want to, in this episode, touch up on like what it means to be an FD driver, what it takes to be an FD driver. Do you have any certain drivers in mind?
Chat with the prospect drivers.
Okay.
Because their story is a lot more... Chair down. Yeah, chat with the prospect drivers because their story is a lot more raw and recent, especially any of the rookies. Ask them what it's like to get there. And then ask some drivers that have been in it forever, like Andy Haley.
Okay.
Because Andy Haley's been in this game forever. His crew chief, Curtis, would be a really good one to have on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think any of the guys, go find the trailers that look like they need the most work and talk to those guys because they're deep in the trenches.
Okay.
And they're going to give you some really raw stories. Where if you go to the guys with the big trailer with all the logos on it, you're going to get some good stories, but they're past that point. They've won.
They made it out of that.
Yeah,
time.
which is great. And those stories are important.
Yeah.
But the students listening are just starting the trenches.
Right.
So you want to talk to somebody who's in the middle of it. You want to learn from the guy that's just ahead of you, not the guy that's at the end of the finish line.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Sick. All right, dude.
Thank you for time. And I buy it. Do both of them. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
See you guys.
Right. Thanks.
All right. What's going on, everybody? This is the next half of the podcast episode, I guess you could say, where I'm going to interview all of the students who are currently here working with drivers. So I'm the only one here that's working like with Formula Drifts themselves, but everybody else, I think there's like 13-ish, maybe 12 others that are here working like with the cars, with the drivers, things like that. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It's a freaking hike. But yeah, so they're all down there wrenching away on the cars. So I'm gonna go give a little bit of an interview to them and we'll see how they're doing. What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Robbie here at Kelsey Rowling's camp. We're here talking about your weekend overall, your week as a whole. So tell the viewer like when you got here first. When you get here.
Got here Wednesday morning, went through will call. And then it was right to work on the car.
Yep.
The other mechanics, their flight got delayed, so I got the opportunity to do a lot of work on the car. Helped change out the rear end ratio, bolt checked it, did the alignment, rewired the rear tail light, whole smorgasbord.
All right, so yeah, let's give a summary because the audience is obviously UNOH students, Drift Club or not.
Yeah.
So give a rundown of just kind of everything that you've been able to do this weekend, people you've met, things you've done.
Oh man,
if you can possibly summarize it in a couple of words.
It's been incredible. Just got to meet a lot of people. Kelsey took me around, introduced me to a bunch of people. Got to meet got to meet Vaughn, Jerry Yang.
Big names.
Yeah. Just met a bunch of people. It was just incredible being here, getting to see some of the grid life stuff too, and just helping out, feeling like a real race car mechanic.
Right, I bet that felt kind of cool.
Yeah.
So how was it during competition day? Because I know competition day for Prospect was yesterday.
Yeah.
So how was that going through those battles?
Competition day was good. It was fun. We didn't do much practice. We didn't go out during the first one because it was wet out, and Kelsey had the experience to know that the track was going to dry up. Data and learning from the wet wouldn't have done anything. So we only got a couple practice runs in. Then we went out, and our competitor has made a lot of improvements since last year, who we were up against in the bracket, and was told to just
You're good. That's loud.
Yeah.
Matt Field.
Our spotter said, like, he's been hucking it, send it. Unfortunately, she entered a little too late on her chase run and went into the clay on the first corner. But I was kind of impressed how much speed she was still able to maintain and finish off the course. Put down a good lead, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to win the battle.
Hey,
but
Rubbin is racing now.
Definitely.
Yeah, so what would you rate your week on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, probably 10 out of 10. This was awesome. Got to hands-on with a pro car, met a lot of big names, just a lot of fun too.
What would you say is your favorite part? Is there one moment that kind of stands out among the rest?
I'd say the one that was pretty surreal was going into the hot pits for the first time when pro was still lined up, Prospect was all getting ready, and just seeing everybody working on the race cars, kind of like just seeing it was awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah. So to a UNOH student, maybe wanted to come to this event, maybe watching this video, what would you say is the best way to end up in your shoes right now?
Just work hard, know your stuff, apply for the internship.
Fill out the form.
Fill
it out.
Fill out the form. And just when you're here, put your best foot forward, do as much as you can, always be asking how you can help, what else you can do. Just really put your best foot forward.
Because that's how you stand out from the crowd, right?
Definitely, yes.
All right. Anything else they should know before we wrap up?
No, that's it.
All right, man. Hey, dude, what a great weekend.
Yeah,
I had a blast.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
See you guys. What's going on, everybody? This is the last student talk that we're going to be having. As you can tell, we are not in like a normal driver's tent. We're here at the Race Treads. What is it called?
Tire Agent, actually.
I'm sorry, Tire Agent. It's new now.
On the shirt.
It's on the shirt. It's on the shirt. We're here at the Tire Agent. So he's one of the only ones here that's not working on a team. So can you elaborate? So we all heard about what it's like to work on a team, what it's like to work on a pro car. But can you talk about a little bit about what your job is, you know, changing tires, running in and out, and things like that?
Yeah, so I mean, day one did literally nothing. Like, got here. Technically, I wasn't supposed to be here, but well, not supposed to be here, but I got here a day early because you got to get early. But I was here a day early. We literally I sat in the back of a truck, like in the back seat of a truck for no joke, 5 hours. Did literally nothing. Anyway, then day two hit me like a train because got here at about 8:30 and I get down to the track at, I want to say 10 because I was up at will call.
Yeah.
But got down here and got greeted by 1,800 tires inside of three semis that we had to unload. So they were already like halfway through the first one, but then I did the last of that and then the other two after that. So yeah, it's safe to say I destroyed my back that day.
And what else?
Yeah, so I took the grand idea to wear boots because it's really the only shoe I have that I could just wear. I mean, I could have just pulled up to the track in my slippers.
See, it probably would have felt better than the boots.
Nah, they're pretty even. I don't know.
Okay.
Them soles are gone and them things.
So the moral of the story is,
I didn't have the shoes. Like,
don't wear boots.
Don't wear boots
to an event.
or jeans. Like I didn't know I could show up in sneakers and shorts.
Oh, it's a very casual event. Yeah.
So so I got to put through the pain of boots and throwing tires at the semis all day, which was kind of crazy.
Yep. And so going into like the days after that. So during competition, during pro spec, now that we're in pro, what has that been like?
It definitely does.
If you could summarize your whole job description in a couple of sentences, how would you summarize everything you've done?
It gets easier as you go.
Okay.
My job isn't to like mount them and stuff. I'm just supposed to help them get the tires through and out.
Right.
So got everything set up kind of in lines. And,
you kind of like kept it organized for them, so they were like,
yeah. And we had like, I want to say like 800 GT radial tires, and we probably, because the teams will come in, like the pro spec drivers are usually the ones who run the GT radials or the smaller tires.
Yeah.
So they would come and they would get the tire, and then they would take those back to the area. Like some people had 20 of them, some people had 35 of them. Like we just would load them up in the truck, and then they would take them to the teams.
Okay, so then to a UNOH student that might be watching this, what would you say is their first steps that they should take to end up in your shoes at this event?
Like
what did you do to end up where you are?
Communicate with people. Don't be scared to talk.
Yeah.
Like that's always the biggest thing. I mean, I feel like everybody will tell you that. Just talk to people. It really isn't as bad as it may seem. Like, yeah, like coming here, I'm right across from Jeff Jones. I'm right next to Osbo. I'm right next to RTR. Like, it's crazy scary to like be here and talk to people, or like even at school, like just going to the clubs, go to the meetings, and just have a conversation with somebody, and you'll be fortunate enough to come out here for sure. I mean, you may not get on a team, but although, yeah, people say, oh, race treads or tire agent now.
Like,
nobody wants to go there. That sucks. It's not that bad. Yes, it's repetitive. You do the same thing every day, but it's not that bad.
Well, and I think if you come at it with the mindset of like, oh, I'm just moving tires back and forth all day, what's the point?
Yeah.
But I think what you did was very good, is like you took it as more than just moving tires, is you went out and you talked to a buttload of people, and now a lot of pro and pro spec drivers remember your name.
Yeah. And I mean, kind of like you said, is like, I came into it not like, oh, you know, all I'm going to be able to do is just sit here and move tires all day. If you come and you work your butt off and you show them that you care enough to be here, they will then reciprocate you with the time to, like, literally, Josh yesterday was telling me, he was like, dude, why are you still down here? Go watch the event. Go. Get away. So I want them going up there and hanging out, and just little interactions like that will get you so many different places.
Yeah. So is there anything else, we'll wrap this up, is there anything else that a UNOH student should know about FD or going to an event or things like that?
I don't know, man. I mean, this is a place of so many opportunities.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you love the sport, you love interacting with people, that's a plus. I mean, you just be moving tires and somebody will just come have a conversation with you. Like never be afraid to talk to somebody.
Yep, I agree. All right, where's Josh?
You want Josh?
Where's Josh?
I'll go get Josh.
Go get me Josh. I want Josh. Hello, everybody. This is Josh. Say hello.
Hey, how are you?
So this is for UNOH students.
Okay.
This is the campus watching. Gotcha. So can you summarize what Race Trends is and what the jobs like Caleb did and everybody else has been doing?
Okay, Race Treads is it's a tire mounting service for racers. We travel around to racetracks and change tires for a bunch of different racing series all over the country.
All right, tell me how bad Caleb did this week.
Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. No, Caleb's great. He's absolutely killed it. This is really hard work. It's long days, like at least 3 16-hour days in a row. Like, but you crushed it, dude. Thank you.
Yeah. So to a UNOH student watching this, will be the last question. I'll get you out of here. What should they know to get in here or to get involved or to be where Caleb did?
Oh, man, best advice is just be present. If you're interested in it, man, just be around it. If there's a social club or a group or even a local car club or anything, just involve yourself around it as much as you possibly can.
Perfect, man. Hey, I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, see you guys. What's going on, everybody? So this is the last half of the podcast. I previously just filmed with Jacob Gettins. That was really cool. So we're going to wrap it up by talking about who you are, what it takes to be a Formula Drift driver, because the audience that we're talking to right now is from UNOH. They're college students. Yeah. So, and some of them aren't always interested in drifting. So we want to give them a little bit of an idea on what it takes to be an FD driver, what you're driving. So I would say first things first, just tell us, where you came from and what really gave you that jump into drifting.
All right. So what's up, guys? I'm Jason Webb. I'm originally from South Africa. That's why I have the funny accent. And some people say I'm from Australia, but not true. South Africa is where I'm at. And I moved to Canada about 2-3 years ago now. And along with me, I brought my car over from South Africa. So this is a right-hand drive convertible Ford Mustang. Oh yeah, in all the glory. So a lot of people ask why we converted it to right-hand drive, but it's factory right-hand drive. We imported it when we moved out here. And I just prefer driving on the correct side of the car that I'm used to.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So yeah, and this is my first rookie year in Formula Drift. I've been drifting for 16 years. So being in a rookie year sounds a bit weird, but we've been doing it for long.
What other series have you done other than FD?
Mainly just the ones back in South Africa, which is called the Super Drift series. And I also did a bit of the Spec D series in Canada.
Okay.
But that was very short-lived, and we decided to rebuild the entire car and petition to get into Formula Drift with my previous accolades to get us our license to drive in Pro Spec.
So coming from South Africa, how did you get an interest in drifting or just motorsports in general?
I started at a young age. My brothers, my dad, my grandparents, like everyone was racing.
Really?
From dirt track to oval. My dad was mainly in bikes. He did drag racing and cars. And I started off in go-karting and then moved on to drifting in 2009. I saw drifting for the first time. I was 15 and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I would love to do that. And weirdly enough, a year later, I got an opportunity to join a team and get trained up. So I left the town I was living in, Cape Town, and moved up to a little town called Kimberley, where this guy had his own private racetrack, his own team. And he taught me everything I know now. And along the years, refined it with my own bit of, added, I guess you could say, a bit of talent along the way.
Yeah.
Kind of finding that talent. And but he definitely unlocked the door for that. And I just, dude, the thing I love the most about drifting is just every single person in this paddock.
Yeah.
Like, I knew coming into here, like, if you're in a drift series, they're your family. And coming into a new drift series where you know no one, like, the nerves are there, but you also have that mindset of, I'm about to make new family members, because everyone here is like, oh, they can see you new. Obviously, there's a new face here.
Yeah. And it's all so friendly. And I feel like all of my friends who are into like F1 or they're into NASCAR or these big series, like, I feel like all of the drivers are so like secretive. Like, they don't really like hang with each other. Because I remember I was showing my friend a clip of one driver got in this big crash. It was Colette Davis in Englishtown. And there was like 3 other teams helping to fix her car to get her back out there. And she was like, yo, what is this drifting thing, dude? Like, why are they being so nice to each other?
Yeah, 100%. It's that whole family thing. And we want to beat each other on track.
Yeah.
We don't want someone to break their car and be like, oh, I hope they don't get it fixed.
Yeah,
and we're going to do what we can to get them fixed and back out on track.
Well, and I think the thing I keep hearing all the time is like, as a driver, you don't really want to win by just default. Like, if a driver crashes and you can't actually finish the battle, it's like, I didn't earn this.
100%. That's exactly how it is. And even when another driver, it actually happened to me today, another driver called the 5 minutes.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, I really hope he can come back out on the line so we can get the last second run in and actually get the win knowing you won and not just you won on because his car failed. Yeah. So it's a good feeling when they come back and you're like, hey, battle's on, let's go.
Yeah. Wait, let's go into that top 32 battle. Let's go into it because was that your first like crash in Formula Drift so far?
My first crash was actually in my first ever lap in practice yesterday in the rain.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. Coming through the last corner, there's like a river that runs down the hill.
Yeah. And
I hit the river, I threw a huge angle. And Stuart in the Corvette came and just his rear wheel just plowed into the side of my door. So I was just like, oh man, a fresh, brand new car, new
it's
build.
So pretty,
It was. And then today in practice, I bashed, I forget what his name was in a 350Z, but I bashed into him on initiation, messed up actually both front sides. You can see it's a bit damaged.
Oh yeah,
right there. This side got more damage. The light was out, the bumper was off,
God.
and I'm just like, we're in this thing deep now.
Yeah.
And
we're here.
Yeah, and then going into my top 32 battle against Colin Zelensky, I knew I had to push really hard. He was a 4th-seated driver, so I knew he was a top driver.
and I just gave it my all. And coming through the last corner, he kind of half spun and then fully spun out.
Yep.
And I had nowhere to go. I slammed on the brakes and plowed backwards into the wall. So my whole rear end is now damaged.
I think I have that on video, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I'll show you afterwards. but yeah, so we'll wrap this up real quickly. But to the college students that are watching this that are interested in drifting or interested in racing, what would you say is the best like first steps they should take? Because I feel like when you're a college student, the thing that I get a lot is like, Braden, I know you're out there. I know you're connected. How did you get there in the first place? So what would you say is kind of the step one of the baby steps to either being a driver or just being in the career that you want to be in?
Yeah, I think number one is networking.
Okay.
Dude, you got to go to car shows, come to these drift events. Like you can see, like spectators, anyone can walk anywhere. Yeah. And most of the drivers, if not all of the drivers, you can just go up and walk to. Yeah,
I haven't met a single driver at an FD event that was like not willing to talk to you. Yeah. That was not like wanting to talk about your car. And one of my friends, she's a photographer. She was like she does like grip racing, like oval track racing. Like, they're very strict on what they will let other photographers take photos of because they don't want to like expose like the secrets of like, what their builds are. Yeah. But I'm like, dude, they will like open up the hood and explain every single little thing in this hood and take photos of it. And I think I totally agree. Just networking and get out there and just talk to as many people because you never know which ones are going to be career opportunities. Right. And just like, it's going to be hard. It ain't easy. Like the driving parts, what the people see on TV, that's the easy part. Yeah. I mean, if you think of the total track time we get on a weekend is maybe like driving time, 20 minutes maybe. Sure. But it's been months of hard work. Just the drive down here has been crazy. The headaches you get into, the parts, dude, it is hard. And you just got to prepare yourself for that. And if you want it hard enough, you'll do it. Like anyone can be in this spot right now. If you put your mind to it and just want to get at it, just do it. And that's with anything in life, whether it's drifting, ballet, you know, motocross, whatever it is. You just got your head's got to be in the game. So like, if you really want it bad enough, you will eventually get it 100%. And network with the right people. And dude, and surround yourself with the right people who want to uplift you. Because I've been in a situation where I've phoned my friend and be like, dude, I can't do this anymore. And he's like, bro, you got this. Like and it's just like, it gets you, we got this. And they start think about what would happen if you listened to him. Like if you if you didn't listen to him, 100%, you kept it in your own head. Because it's hard work. It's like, it's not easy. No one wants to do hard work. Not every day is going to be bright and shiny. 100%. Yeah. And I think it'll be more dark days and there will be glory days. Like for the last 5 months, it's been hell getting like the car rebuilt and everything together for 3 days of glory. So we taking every battle we get to stay is just like, we here for longer. We get to run again. Yeah. I mean, yesterday in seeding, if you're out in the first top 16 battle in seeding, you're out for the whole game. Your whole weekend's done right then and there. And so that's the most pressure I felt was that first battle. Yeah. Once I got into the top 8, I was like, I can relax. I'm in the main events. And I can like have fun. I can hang out. 100%. Not total the car. I mean, we tried. A for effort. All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell the students watching this? I guess just keep working hard. If you really want something, just keep digging at it. And if there's people around you who say you're stupid or like you're making the wrong decisions, get rid of those people. Surround yourself with people who will push you on and encourage you. Get behind you, and that's important. It's who you surround yourself with. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, man, very much. I really do appreciate it. Good luck for the rest of the weekend. Thank you. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching hectic video to film all by myself at this event. I mean, what a gorgeous venue. Super thankful to all the drivers who let us work on their cars. Help them advance in the competition. Big shout out to Formula Drift for letting me be a part of their team. But yeah, that is a wrap for Formula Drift Atlanta, episode 14. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, if you want to see more things like this, then I can totally do it again. The next event is in Orlando and then Connecticut. So, if you guys are wanting to see more things like that, then please just let me know because I would love to come back out to a Formula Drift venue and bring you guys along for that journey. But until then, I'll see you guys later.